Mack Hollins.
I know the name.
You know the name. He's a receiver. He's a receiver for.
Let me guess what team. Jaguars?
No, well now he's a receiver for the Buffalo Bills.
Was he a Jag?
So, he was a Raider at one point, and then a Falcon. I don't know if he was ever a Jacksonville
Lord
Jaguar.
knows. Sure.
But I think we have a new candidate. Don't look up his name. You really shouldn't look his name up. You should probably just close it out, and because I don't want anything to pop up about this. We might have the NFL's biggest weirdo. Like a new like a new title for biggest weirdo. We might have to go to
I mean, who had it prior?
um ah that's a great Deshaun Watson. I don't know. I think that's a he's in like a different weight class of like weirdo though. This is like Rex Ryan like in feet maybe. Like kind of I don't know.
I don't like that.
Like I'm not even see it's not even that bad. It's just weird. Like
Sure.
But in comparison to like Deshaun Watson and Rex Ryan, we're talking like allegations and then like a fetish, Like it's like you know what I mean?
Wait, there's both involved in this?
No, not like this is a terrible way to introduce this.
This
because
is horrible.
It's not as
you're
bad
comparing
as
him to an alleged bad person.
Okay, no.
And the foot
You're not gonna do that to me. You're not gonna do that to me. There's levels to this. There's weight classes to weirdo. You got you got the Deshaun Watson type of weirdo.
Sure.
You got the Rex Ryan type of weirdo.
Sure. And now, it's something different.
I think here you're gonna get like Mack Hollins.
Okay.
I say Mack Hollins might be in that like Kyrie Irving. Like he might be a little weirder than Kyrie. Like he might be weirder than Kyrie. Weirder than Kyrie. Like you can't tell me that's not up there. Like thinking the world is flat and like having a foot fetish, not that different.
Nope.
You're kind of weird. You're
agreed.
You guys both in
the
your
foot
brains,
thing is the worst thing it's ever created.
The brains are their brains are wired a little different.
They're wired differently.
So let me play this.
It's a disease.
Let me play this for you. Let me speed it up a little. Maybe
I get to listen to a video.
Maybe 1 point. Maybe 1 1/4.
Sponsored by BobJohnsonUse.com. Sports coming to you from St. John Fisher, where the Bills completed their 5th training camp practice today. A lot of new guys on the roster. The most interesting, without question, wide receiver Mack Hollins. Some of the things we found out about him: his father owned a lion, he owns 3 snakes, and the guy says he hasn't eaten a vegetable in 3 years. And as Dan Fates tells us, that's just the beginning of the things that make Mack Hollins unique. When I asked Bills players about Mack Hollins, they all said the same thing. I love Mack. Mack's awesome. One of my favorite players. Honestly, probably one of my favorite people I've ever met. Like, golly. And that's because, well, Mack's a little different. Like, every team I've been on, they're going to be like, who's the weirdest guy? They're going to say Mack. It's because...
Let me back it up. Let me slow it down. Because now we're at him talking. So let me slow it down for you so we can really hear what.
So I can understand things. I'm not good at fast.
Mack's a little different. Like every team I've been on, they're gonna be like, who's the weirdest guy? They're gonna say Mack. I say interesting. Yeah, it's not like a bad weird. Yeah, he's crazy. He's Tarzan. Yeah, and just like Tarzan, Mack doesn't wear shoes. I think shoes are a tool. Okay. And people have made them a part of their body. Like, I wouldn't walk around with a hammer just because I might need a hammer sometimes. Now, he does wear cleats because he has to, but he calls them foot prisons. Like, look at that little tiny toe box. How you gonna fit your toes in there? But this barefoot thing is catching on. Joe was out here shoeless yesterday for a walkthrough. Started walking around barefoot yesterday. And you look around, there's 10 other guys barefoot. Nobody's walking around barefoot in life yet. I think I'm the only one doing that one. Now, this no shoes thing is just the beginning of Mack's unique personality. Oh, it's my man, Josh! Like, his thoughts on cats. Small cats will steal your soul. Never have them around. If it's a house cat, that'll steal your soul. Or the fact that he doesn't use utensils. Like, what happened that people said you got to start using utensils? Your hands will help you digest because your body knows that it's coming. Your hands will get the temperature of the food so you can better understand what it's going to be before it goes in your mouth so you don't burn your tongue or your lips. And you're more cognizant of washing your hands. People are like, it's dirty. No, it's not, because I know I'm about to eat with my hands, so I got to wash them. A lot of y'all don't wash your hands out the bathroom, let alone that before you eat. Yeah, Mack says that nothing he does is just for the fun of it. Everything has a purpose. But look,
a lot of nations, a lot of places eat with their fingers. A lot of people walk around barefoot.
Here's the thing, Devin. that's like a culture thing. Like you're like born
Yes.
into that,
Yeah.
and you're like you're raised that way.
Sure.
Like I, I just have a weird feeling, and if I don't know if bro wants to correct the wrongs that are said about him, he can do what he wants. But I just got a weird feeling that bro probably grew up using utensils,
Agreed.
wearing shoes,
Agreed.
um,
Dude,
and and all that. But
do
the
you know where he's from?
where's he from?
Rockville, Maryland. You're telling me bro was walking around barefoot in Rockville? You're telling me he was eating with his fingers in Rockville? Get the fuck. He went to a military academy. You know what they use there? Boots and forks.
Yeah. Okay. So
This is a
remember
newfound gobbledygook bullshit trying to
remember
get in
that
touch with his fucking inner peace or whatever the fuck. Bullshit.
remember that weird feeling I had? It was
Yeah,
100% correct
it's
feeling I had.
1,000% correct.
Bro, and that's what I meant by like weirdo.
But
Like not
but 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 it's like no, I
not
completely agree
creepy
with
weird.
where you sit. Yeah,
Weird.
but I mean this happens a lot with a lot of people because they're like they'll pick and choose things to like revert to. Like they'll go back to like, oh, I don't know why people use utensils. Why the fuck are you wearing a shirt right now, weirdo?
Okay, yeah.
Why do you brush your teeth,
So
freak?
let's talk about the shoe thing. Okay.
Why are you using soap?
The shoe
Like,
thing.
why are you picking and choosing? Yeah, the shoe thing, sure.
Okay, as somebody who wears shoes in the house, even, how do you feel about that?
Not wearing shoes right now, but
Shocker.
very much. Do you want to see it?
Nope.
Just kidding. $27. I'm big on like wearing like uncomfortable shoes. Like I don't like the shoes with like the huge thick bottoms to them. I think that's way too much cushion.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's wearing
No, a ton of
flats.
people wear like Hokas and like big thick shoes because
Let's
they're
talk
like,
about
oh,
the
my feet
average.
hurt.
Let's talk about the average person who just
No,
wears
I'm
a
talking
pair
about
of
but like they're like my feet
sneakers.
hurt. I need big clanky shoes. Like I like shoes that are like flat and weird. And yeah, I mean barefoot's probably good for you because like
No, the fuck, it's not good for you. There's nothing good about walking around.
no 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 no
He
no
walks around barefoot
no no no
outside. He's
no.
talking about, oh, I eat with my hands, and
That's
and and
bullshit.
you guys are gross. You walk around barefoot. You are gross. That's nasty.
What I'm saying is there are like walking around barefoot everywhere is not a thing.
He's
But like
saying he does.
he's not walking through the street. He used to be a Falcon. He's not walking through Atlanta without his
He's
fucking.
not walking through the snow in Buffalo with just in his bare feet. I mean,
This is making me mad.
this is him pretending to
But no,
be.
like you like. There's a big thing about like barefoot shoes or whatever the fuck. Like at certain points, you need to strengthen like the muscles in your feet. But like walking around barefoot isn't a thing.
Okay, see, now you're talking about like, oh, well maybe like medically like you could like help your muscle. No, he said shoes are tools and he wouldn't walk around with a hammer, so why would he wear shoes? That was his reasoning.
Okay, so
His
he's clearly never had a job. Sometimes you have to walk around with tools. Sometimes you have to use tools. Actually, tools were long before a lot of things, especially the game of football. Foot prisons is jackassery. That's the dumbest thing. I can guarantee he came up with this a few years ago and just
Devin,
he likes being called weird. You know, one of those guys.
shoes aren't tools.
No,
Shoes are an accessory of,
sure.
you know, it's just a part of our outfit. It's been
Damn near a necessity.
Yeah, it's been that thing for like a while. Like it's been that
I
thing
would
for a
I
while.
would say thousands of years. Yeah,
Like it's
I
like
think
one
I
of the
think I'm confident in
things.
that.
It's like one of the like you're right. It's like a necessity. It's like one of the first things you like want to have on if you like were to go
Especially
outside of your house.
when you're walking through a city or
Yeah,
snow.
yeah.
Like his
Or
feet would be gone if he walked around in snow. He would not have feet.
or you're walking around on hot ass Florida or Georgia gravel. Like I mean, we're not
Agreed?
this. Bro's just pretending to be different. And then the eating with
Yeah.
your hands thing. I don't care how many times you wash your hands.
Yeah.
Eating with your hands is disgusting.
All right, let's roll the tape back a touch. there are foods you can eat with your hands. They're like a burger. You're gonna eat a burger with your hands. Fries, you're gonna eat with your hands. Now, eating
He's
rice,
using no. He uses his hands as his utensils.
utensils.
Your hand is your utensil for a burger. Your hand
How's
is
this
your utensil.
How's this motherfucker eat soup? How's he souping it up? Is he drinking soup?
Did you not hear what he said?
There's vegetable-less soups. There's soups without vegetables.
No, when he eats his soup, he waits till it's cool enough, because when you put your hand in, you know when it's warm. You know when it's
yes,
warm, cool
because
enough.
that's the thing. Because you can't dunk your finger in something and then use a fork.
Well, you also
or metal doesn't take heat, but your hands do.
Or you just blow like the soup down a little bit or whatever.
Or like it touches your lips, and you go, "Oh, that's hot."
Okay, like a bowl of mashed potatoes, mac and cheese.
Steam comes up.
Mac and cheese, like so you're eating. I mean that is, and the whole when you eat it with your hands, your body it helps you digest because your body knows it's coming.
This just feels like this. This feels like the kid at lunch in middle school who's like, "Look,
your body knows it's coming."
No.
So if you ate with your hand, your brain's like, all right, here it comes. But if you ate with a spoon,
if you ate with something attached to your hand,
it's like, oh fuck, oh, oh shit, and then you eat. I had a kid. There was a kid in elementary school. When I was in elementary school, because you were talking about weirdos in like just class or in lunchrooms. He would eat every day, and he would probably eat with his hands like corn niblets. But then to get out of
what's a corn niblet? What are you talking about?
Like just like corn, like off the cob.
Okay, gotcha.
Like niblets. Like what would you call that?
Corn.
But corn. I mean, but if you just said corn, there's so many different types of corn.
We can call them kernels.
Niblets. If you looked up corn niblets, it'd be exactly what you're thinking of. So it's
now. What if I changed the letters around there?
But what he would do is to get out of the rest of the day, he would then.
It's a Green Giant thing.
He would then it's a fucking corn thing. He would then make he'd take 2 fingers and go model on us, and he would make himself throw up all over like his lunch tray and stuff. And then he'd go home.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's what he.
You know what would be cool?
What's that?
That if, like maybe he wore shoes, and maybe he would have more receiving yards in his career than Tyreek Hill had last season. I think that could benefit his career.
I want there to be a report like week 7, Mack Hollins out with injury, Burns' hand eating shepherd's pie.
That'd be nice.
I want if we're gonna do that, if that's what we're gonna do,
that'd be nice.
All right, whatever. Let's spice things
but the
up
kid grew up in fucking Rockville.
Yeah.
No one's walking around barefoot in Rockville.
No one's.
What are we doing here?